morning. What is up, guys? It is approximately 5:48 a.m. I'm getting ready to take off for school. This is gonna be a fun ride, bro. Yeah, I'll hit you guys when I get on the road. Peace. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go over how I started and stopped smoking weed. I remember the first time I smoked the ganj. This is way back in like my junior year of high school. But let's rewind a bit about how I understood what exactly the ganj was. For as long as I can remember, I always recalled this really strong smell around my house as a kid, but I could never figure out what it was. Until one day I walked past my mom's room and she had her door closed. I was probably in like the 5th or 6th grade. And this was like right around the time computers and the internet really got popular. You know, like the Kik days. But anyways, I eventually caught on to the smell more and more. But anyways, I eventually went to school one day, and at the time I had just started, like flirting with girls and trying to date for real. Around the same time I had started talking to this 8th grader. And at the time, I'm not finna cap, I felt like the shit. Being young and talking to an older girl, goth girl, of course. She was bad though, bro. Everybody in the school wanted her. But one day we had both got to school mad early, and her and some of her friends made a water bottle bong. They asked me if I wanted to smoke, and I was like, nah, I'm good. You guys can get in trouble for that. Being a goody two shoes back in those days. Because we were in the back of the school, of course. It was originally how I found out what, the ganja was. Matching the smell and comparing and contrasting what I had just saw. Now we fast forward about 6 years, and of course, almost the same scenario. So me and a few friends I had at the time were on lunch, and it was my birthday, of course. And this was back when I could barely decipher who smoked every day. In between classes, people sneak off and shit. But of course, like I said, it's my birthday, and my friend's hyping me up. Like, yeah, we finna do something hella fun. And of course, I'm going along with it. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's turn up. So he's like, we finna go smoke. And me being like 16 or 17, I was hyped as shit. Like, let's go. I'm not finna turn down some free birthday turn up. So we walk across the street from the school behind these businesses. He sparks the blunt. I'm pretty sure it was a game leaf, but it might have been a Dutch. Click away if you're not 18 plus, bro. I don't need your parents coming to try to find me. YouTube be tweaking. But back to he sparks the blunt, then passes it to me. I rip it and try to swallow the smoke, bro. It was the dumbest shit of my life. After like 4 or 5 puffs, I just pass it back to him. He finished it or whatever, so we walk back to campus. More than like 10 minutes passes, bro, and I start laughing uncontrollably. I'm like 99% sure I slept through the entire next class and still woke up smacked. After that, I would burn any chance I got with any of the boys. I would take every opportunity to just go burn her, bro. Fast forward to after graduation, I get kicked out of my mom's, story for another video. But I ended up moving in with my best friend at the time. She was probably one of the biggest potheads I had knew. So it was downhill from there. This is when the street carts blew the hell up. So I'd have a cart, wake up and burn the wood before I left the house. Midday, burn another wood on like a lunch break, and one last wood before I went to bed. Meanwhile, ripping my cart all day. Eventually, I moved from California out to Arizona, and around this time I was 20, turning 21. I had always seen this plug that would deliver, right? But one day I drove by this building with the same name of the carts I've been burning through. So I hop on Google. I start Googling it, find it, figure out what the building is, and I'm like, bro, what? The plug is selling that good stuff. So as soon as I turned 21, I started shopping there like every week. And eventually I asked them like, yo, what do you need to work here? Or I can help y'all run stuff correctly around here. Because I walked in one day and their Wi-Fi was down. Tell me just general product knowledge. I was like, bet, take an application, fill it out, return it within like a week. 2 months later, I get hired. I was hyped as hell, excited. But it turned out to be for all the wrong reasons. At this time, I was trying to cope being removed from my siblings and started using what the average person would use in a week, in a day. At the same time, I had an apartment. Nobody couldn't tell me a damn thing. I got my first apartment at like 18 or 19. But as soon as I moved in, I had met this girl. I was like vibing, we was feeling each other or whatever. So I had her move in. I was like, bro, we're finna make this work. Then things got even worse after my first motorcycle or dirt bike accident. I had some of the worst back pain, dude. I started using RSO, for those who know what that is. Shit for cancer patients if you don't. On top of that, I be taking edibles all day, whipping the bowl every 30 minutes to an hour. I start losing shit, forgetting mad important stuff. The worst part of it all was when I started getting bored, I be using my free time to lurk through Instagram and do dumb slime ball shit like DM girls and spam their pages. Knowing I had a girl at home who took care of pretty much anything I needed for a while. I ended up cheating, not even finna sit here and lie. But imagine being 21 with mad power to impact people's lives and change their entire day, hundreds at a time. People happy. I felt like I was on top of the world. But immediately after I cheated, I knew I was completely in the wrong. Smoked it off, of course, and tried to forget about it. At the time, I didn't know what to tell Shorty. Like, yo, I slipped up. And, have her never want to speak to me again. But time passes, and eventually she found out as our lease is on its way out. She's angry as hell, throwing shit at me, the typical breakup. Not breakup, but, typical argument. We started arguing one night, and I just packed all my stuff, walked out the door, and never came back, bro. Same time, though, neither one of us was like, yo, I'm done. Like, we're breaking up. I just left. No one said this is it. So after a month or two, my boy crashes his bike, passing while I worked at the dispensary, and I just, didn't even enjoy it anymore. I ended up cutting ties with the dispensary and reevaluating my life and my addiction to coke. On YouTube, I'm up into this video called A Dopamine Detox and How to Take Back Control of Your Life. Make sure to put the link in the description. Great video. There was no junk food, no video games, no TV, no music, no porn, and no drugs or alcohol for 7 days. I struggled with eating, sleeping, all the above, night sweats. For about a month, it was pretty rough. And after the 6th day, I ended up breaking and listening to music. I was still clean and been clean since. And that's how I got clean and, stopped smoking the ganj. If you or somebody is struggling with addiction, definitely recommend you check out the video link down below. All socials will be in the description. Y'all ride safe.